Everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about tips when buying a second-hand car. Buying a second-hand car can be a great way to save money, but it's important to do your research and be careful when making a purchase. Here are a few tips to help you buy the best possible second-hand car. 1. Set your budget. The first step is to set a budget for how much you can afford to spend on a second-hand car. Keep in mind that the cost of the car is just the beginning. You'll also need to factor in the cost of insurance, registration, and gas. 2. Do your research. Once you know how much you can spend, it's time to start doing your research. What kind of car do you need? How many seats do you need? What kind of fuel economy are you looking for? Once you have a good idea of what you're looking for, you can start narrowing down your choices. 3. Get a vehicle history report. Once you've found a few cars that you're interested in, it's important to get a vehicle history report for each car. This report will tell you if the car has been in any accidents, if it has any liens on it, and if it has been stolen. You can get a vehicle history report from a variety of sources, including Carfax and AutoCheck. 4. Take the car for a test drive. Once you've gotten a vehicle history report and you're still interested in a particular car, it's time to take it for a test drive. This is your chance to see how the car drives and feels. Pay attention to the way the car handles, the way it accelerates, and the way it brakes. Also, be sure to check all of the car's features to make sure that they work properly. 5. Have the car inspected by a mechanic. Before you buy any second-hand car, it's important to have it inspected by a mechanic. This will help you identify any potential problems with the car. Be sure to choose a mechanic who is experienced with the type of car you're buying. 6. Negotiate the price. Once you've found a second-hand car that you like and you've had it inspected by a mechanic, it's time to negotiate the price. Don't be afraid to haggle. The seller may be willing to come down on the price, especially if you're willing to walk away. 7. Get everything in writing. Once you've agreed on a price with the seller, be sure to get everything in writing. This includes the purchase price, the terms of the sale, and any warranties that the seller is offering. Additional tips: consider buying from a private seller instead of a dealership. Private sellers are often more willing to negotiate on price. Bring a friend with you when you go to test drive a second-hand car. They can help you assess the condition of the car and give you a second opinion. Don't be afraid to walk away from a deal. There are plenty of second-hand cars out there, so don't feel pressured to buy the first car you see. Buying a second-hand car can be a great way to save money, but it's important to be careful when making a purchase. By following the tips above, you can increase your chances of buying a reliable second-hand car that will last for years to come. Here are some additional tips that you may find helpful. Check the car's maintenance history. Ask the seller if they have any records of the car's maintenance history. This will give you an idea of how well the car has been taken care of. Pay attention to the car's overall condition. Look for any signs of damage, such as rust, dents, or scratches. Also, be sure to check the interior of the car for any signs of wear and tear. Ask the seller about the car's fuel economy. Fuel economy is an important consideration for any car, but it's especially important for second-hand cars. Ask the seller what kind of fuel economy the car gets, and compare it to the fuel economy of similar cars. Be aware of the risks of buying a second-hand car. No matter how careful you are, there is always a risk of buying a second-hand car that has problems. Be aware of the risks, and be prepared to walk away from a deal.